Welcome back to the studio. We are here at the 75th annual Jalsa Salana USA Saturday morning, and we have a few special guests here with us today. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on different elements of not only Jalsa, but the thoughts behind the Jalsa and the support behind the Jalsa that goes on day in and day out, and that is Al-Islam. All of us have visited Al-Islam one time or another. It is a treasure trove of knowledge, whether you go for seeing books, hundreds of books and articles, thousands of articles, to the Friday sermon element of it. We have thousands of Friday sermons there, to going to the Holy Quran, to various elements of that. Today in the studio, we have two special guests here with us today. First to my left is Nasim Rahmatullah Sahib, who is the chairman of alislam.org, and I believe you've been chairman since the internet was invented. Is that true?
Well, yeah, it's partly true. I've been in charge of Al-Islam since 1995.
1995, yeah. I see. Okay. Yeah. And we have Asim here, and Asim is a Waqf-e-Zindagi who just joined the Al-Islam team, originally from England, and now moved to the US, so we don't hold that against him. But welcome to the studio, Asim.
Sorry.
Great. So we lovingly call Nasim Rahmatullah Sahib Dr. Sahib because he's also an orthopedic surgeon, which naturally connects to his love of technology and how he's an expert in it. But where was the founding of Al-Islam? You're saying 1995. What was the impetus behind it? How did it happen?
It was a vision of our former Amir, the late Ahmadiyya Sahib. He wanted us to come up with something where the people of the Jamaat would have contact with Khalifatul Masih all the time or on a regular basis. So when we started Al-Islam in 1995, the initial contents of the website consisted of primarily Friday sermon and question answers of Khalifatul Masih Rabi Rahmallah Ta'ala. And then gradually we started to add books and more videos, and then with the inception of MTA, we got more material to add. So initially there was some hesitancy that if we put our stuff on the website, people may kind of change stuff on the internet and make false allegations against us. So, but with the enhancement of the security measures, this helped us to move along with more speed. So then we added books and the Holy Quran and more Friday sermons. So now we are at a stage under the guidance of Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis, may Allah be his helper, that we have three major sections of Al-Islam right now. One is the Friday sermon page, the other is the Holy Quran section, and third is the books section. And
So let's back up just a little bit there real quick. We lovingly call you Dr. Sahib, although I've never seen you perform any surgeries. I assume you're a medical doctor, not a doctor. You don't have a PhD in technology?
I don't have a... No, I don't.
Not yet, at least, from what I understand. Right. I know there's a lot of foresight in the technology strategy. How did you end up becoming the leader of the technology strategy? I know it takes breaking a few bones to get things done, but is that why?
No, I didn't become in charge of Al-Islam because of my technology skills. I became in charge because our Amir at that time, Ahmadiyya Sahib, wanted me to be in charge of it. And what I had to do is to organize a team of people who could do the work that was envisioned by our former Amir and then by Khalifatul Masih Rabi and now Khalifatul Masih Khamis. So let's talk about the team a little bit. Since 1995, I assume you've had
In corporate culture, this would be a team of hundreds of individuals. I assume you have Waqf-e-Zindagi who have dedicated their life to serving the Jamaat, as well as missionaries who have gone to Jamia. You must have 10, 20, 30 of these individuals working full-time and creating all this content?
Well, we have quite a few in various countries, but the core of the team resides in Canada, USA, and UK.
How are you structured? Yeah.
So the person who manages the website and the contents is Nasim Sahib from Canada. He lives near Toronto, Canada, and he's really the CEO of the Alislam website.
Wow.
And he manages and delegates stuff to people and assigns people work and also monitors that technically, because he has the technical know-how.
Right.
And then there are...
And is he a Waqf-e-Zindagi?
No, he's not. He's not
a volunteer?
He's a volunteer.
Wow.
And then we have a person who's also in technology in Canada, by the name of Naveedul Islam. And he has this Holy Quran page and the contents of the Holy Quran. And if those of you, of the people who have seen the Holy Quran page, and you know how you can access various commentaries and various aspects of the Holy Quran, and so he has managed all that, and it's a tremendous page, and I would encourage everybody to go and look at it. And then we have people who are experts in apps and making of apps. Qamar Suleiman, and he's also in Canada, and he makes most of our iPhone apps.
I see.
And then we have Waqf-e-Zindagi.
What is a Waqf-e-Zindagi?
Waqf-e-Zindagi is a person who has dedicated his life to
Full-time.
full-time.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have Asim here. He's a full-time person, and then recently Hazur has assigned us 2 missionaries as well. One is Father Momin in the UK, and the other is Farhan Iqbal Sahib in Ottawa, Canada. So they are assigned to us not full-time, but part-time. So they do other work too, but they also help us. Just started to do the work.
Let's talk about the content and how it's structured. You said the 3 major areas is there's a photo gallery, there are books, there's Friday sermons, and the Holy Quran, of course. Let's start with the photo gallery. I mean, I know a lot of individuals love seeing pictures of primarily of Khalifatul Masih, but also of proceedings and the happenings of Jalsa. What is it? How many pictures are on this site, and what does it take to get them up there?
There are over 30,000 pictures on
Wow.
the site. And Rizwan Akbar from the USA, he's in charge of it, but our friend from Germany, Malik Imtiaz, he was recently assigned to take pictures when Hazur was in Germany, and he took some pictures. So we add to it concurrently so that people can enjoy that flavor of Jalsa,
Right.
right away, rather than wait weeks or months to see a picture or a video. So we try to update our site as fast as we can and concurrently.
And who are your photographers? You have photographers all over the place. It seems like 30,000 pictures. By the way, there's not enough pictures of certain people. I can give you a list afterwards.
Yeah, okay. But we have to scrutinize the pictures before we put them out. So,
Some of us have a face for radio, you're right.
So as I mentioned, Rizwan Akbar is one of the
Okay.
photographers. Kaleem Bhatti is the other one. Malik Imtiaz from Germany, he does some photography. And Ijaz Khan Sahib, also from the USA, he does photography for us.
Oh, great, great. So over 30,000 pictures, particularly events where Hazur is at. I assume there's a lot of coverage there, and other events as well, audience shots and whatnot. That's great coverage, and I personally really appreciate it. And it seems like those pictures make it on social media as well. So a lot of us scroll through that, whether it's the MTA handle, the Alislam Twitter handle, or various handles where we consume information. Now let's transition to the apps real quick on the website. Asim, I know you're working on a lot of the apps. There are.
Could I mention?
Sure.
Because I don't want people to have the impression that there are no Lajna members in our
Ladies, okay.
in our team. We have quite a few women who are working in our team behind the scenes.
That's great.
And they do quite of the manual work that is required, like uploading material to the website in social media. So we have these people behind the scene who do a lot of work for us, and I am tremendously.
I heard there's ladies who manage a Twitter handle as well, right?
That's correct. Yes. So
the Shazia Khan.
Yes, Sister Shazia Khan from Los Angeles. She does that.
That's great.
Yes. So I just wanted to mention.
No, that it's equal, and I'm sure they do double the work as men as well. So awesome, Sahib. Let's talk about the apps real quick. I know how many apps are there, and I want to talk about Hadikatul Wahi in a second. But give us an overview of the apps. And before we get into the apps, Dr. Saab talked a little bit about the organizational structure. Now you had a journey to as well. You were working, you were employed, and then one day you woke up and you were really passionate. You were Waqfino, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
So you knew you wanted to go down that path. What happened?
Well, alhamdulillah, I mean, like you mentioned, I was Waqfino. I always knew, inshallah, one day if I had the opportunity, would definitely try to become to serve the Jamaat. Alhamdulillah, I had that chance recently. I was working professionally as an engineer, even though the IT and software side was not my specialty, but alhamdulillah, everything happens for a reason. And then once I became a life devotee, then I got posted in Al-Islam. Alhamdulillah, before that I did have a chance to kind of help serve, in certain positions, Al-Islam helping. And then, so from there we basically just kind of became full-time, alhamdulillah, now serving. So
right.
Because I didn't have the experience of the IT side, the software development, I'm kind of learning. So I've kind of been handling more the content side. So predominantly a lot of the sermon summaries, Friday sermon, as well as daily.
And there's a lot of fast-moving content, right?
It's a lot of turnaround because people want to consume that data. So the purpose of Al-Islam, we're trying to make it easy, the official website of the Jamaat. We want to get that information to the people.
That's great.
And then basically make it a mobile-friendly, responsive design. Try to utilize new technology. So you want to be able to, at one location, be able to access what.
So tell me about the apps now. What apps do you have available?
So we have a bunch of apps. Like Dr. Saab mentioned, we have an app developer in Canada. He's kind of the lead, Kamar Bhai. And he's done a tremendous job. We have the Holy Quran with English translation.
The 5-volume, right?
We have 2 actually. So we have the 5-volume. Commentary
right.
as well, and then we have a separate app, just the Holy Quran with English translation.
What I love about that is it picks up where you left off. You can scroll
right.
through, you can listen to it, you can read the English right away. It's a great app. Real quick on Hadikatul Wahi, what is that?
Hakikatul
Wahi. So alhamdulillah, so the other section we have is the ebook. So we make basically electronic books so people can read them on iBooks, they can download them, and Kindle devices. So recently, alhamdulillah, we had a chance, we just completed Hakikatul Wahi. So this is a large substantial book of Prophet Islam, and it's
that's the philosophy of revelation. Is that and how large? Dr. How large is this?
This book is about, I think, 1,300 or 1,400 pages, right?
Yeah, so the print edition was over 1,000 pages.
Wow.
So as you can imagine, the size of the electronic file was quite substantial. And alhamdulillah, we were able to just recently release that just over a week ago.
And it's searchable?
It's basically utilizing full electronic book reading like platform. So if you have iBooks, you can go to the iBook store, you can search for it, you can download, so you can utilize, you can search for words, you can highlight words, look up meanings.
I'm going to come back to you in just a second because I want to know which books I should download on my iPad. I have it right here. I've downloaded a lot of them, but I'll ask you for a list. Coming back to Dr. Sahib real quick. So now you all we mentioned the Quran a little bit. Is that the most visited between Quran and the Friday sermon? What does it take to get that up there? In terms of Quran, how many various translations of the Quran are on there? I know there's a 5-volume.
We have close to 50 translations on there. And the Holy Quran in English and the searchable Holy Quran and the Quran reader,
Yeah.
You can access, those are the things that are accessed more by people. And
What do you mean searchable Holy Quran? I can
searchable-
search
you can
like
search-
the Arabic?
You can search the Arabic, you can search in Urdu, you can search in English, you can search
Wow.
in the Urdu English that we write.
Oh, transliterate. Really?
Right.
Really? That's amazing.
So even in the app you can do that. So this is what this took many years because it's not simply transferring a thing from book to electronic media. It has a database that you need to have all the time. And the app, that Holy Quran app that we have, Maulvi Sher Ali Sahib, you can use that app without access to internet. Because so you don't need an internet for that, and so it's available to you. You're on the plane. You want to read the Holy Quran. You want to search the Holy Quran, or you want to read whatever aspect of it. You just open the app
That's
and
a great idea.
you got full access to it.
So I have no excuses not to read the Quran.
Not the Holy Quran. Not to read the Quran because now you can't say my Quran is at home.
Yeah.
You can be in your office. You got a few minutes. You log on or you open your app and you can read it.
Keep moving.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah. And the other aspect I
heard you finished the entire Quran this past Ramzan on the app.
All the Friday sermons of Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis, may Allah be his helper, the Urdu Friday sermons, they are now searchable. So we put them in text format. So they are searchable even in Google. You go to Google and you want to search Hazur's sermon. They were searchable in English before because we had that. But Urdu, because they were in PDF, they were not searchable. But now we have them that they are searchable.
How many Friday sermons are on this site? Because you have Friday sermon, not only the present Hazur, but do you have them from
we have Friday sermons extending from the time of Khalifatul Masih the First. Now, naturally, the earlier sermons, they're all in book format or PDF format. But we have Friday sermons starting from then onwards. So you want to read a Friday sermon?
Talking about 100 years of Friday sermons.
100 years of Friday sermon.
Wow.
Because it's a tremendous undertaking, and these people, young people who have done this, they've done an amazing job, and I am grateful to God for having provided me with this opportunity to have these young people work with me and come up with a product that is going to be service to Islam, service to the future generations, and it will be there forever for people to look at. And it provides, Al-Islam provides a reference library for people to go to. You want to prepare a Friday sermon or a speech?
Yeah.
You can search. You'll come up with a whole lot of options, and you can.
Let's go. So let's talk about books a little bit. I assume, how many books of the Promised Messiah do you have on the site?
We have all the books of Promised Messiah on the site. At this time, we have over 1,000 Urdu books, and we have close to 294 or 295 English books on our website. But all the books of the Promised Messiah, alayhi salam, all the books of the Khulafa, we have
Right. Wow. So you guys, again, no excuses.
no excuses.
So, Asim, which of these books can I go to? I've got my device right here. Which books can I now go to iBooks or my Google Android base and download right now?
So, to list them all, they're all on the
Sure.
website. So basically, when you go to our
5-volume?
site, so the 5-volume, no. No, we don't have the 5-volume in
Okay.
the iBooks right now. Haqiqatul Wahi is one of the largest ones we've done.
Okay.
But what we've done is on the unified, even on the Alislam platform, the website. Once you go on the book, you can actually read in multiple formats. So if you wanted to read it even online, if we don't have it in iBooks, you do have that capability of reader where you can bookmark, you can tweet certain sections, you can take
Really?
clippings. So we've actually inbuilt that into our online browser as well, that capability.
Wow.
And then if there is an iBook equivalent or a Kindle or Google Play Store, all those options are listed there. But on an iBooks as well, if you do want to search it, you can search for under the author, Hazrat Nasim Rahmatullah Islam, Khulafa.
So I just got to log on and do the work of just download and play and read and consume knowledge. Any closing thoughts?
Well, my closing thought would be I would encourage everybody to go to Al-Islam and make use of it. It's fun, it's knowledge, it's zikr ilahi, and you're listening to Khalifatul Masih. So it's heaven on earth. So if you're doing that all the time, what else do you need? This is what it is.
So consumption of information. Well, this has been a great conversation on alislam.org. I encourage all of you to visit the site, and we were able to speak to the founding member, Dr. Nasim Rahmatullah, and New Waqf Zindagi on the Al-Islam team, where they shared a lot of information. Not only was it founded in 1995 to a simple site that had a few things to now highly secure site that's available around the world, from books to Friday sermons, every book of the Promised Messiah, to every Friday sermon of all the Khulafa, to now the Holy Quran in over 50 languages. It's a treasure trove of knowledge. They've also done a lot of work on iTunes and where you can download these apps as well. So you have no excuse not to reach out and log on to alislam.org or go to your iTunes or your Android version to download it today. Just like he said, it's heaven on earth. Thank you for being on the show.
Jazakallah. Thank you.